Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Red Alert 3 replay. Spawn on the top right side as the Cyan Empire, we have CCZD. Spawn on the south side as the Purple Soviets, we have Amaranth. Multiple dojo cores are pushing the way forward. We got some bears being poured on now. It's going to be a battle for these central structures. One dojo core has been pulled out, eyeing to capture that oil derrick. This dojo core is advancing, going right there. This one maybe eyeing for some crushes there on some of the bears. Imperial Warrior has come on out, getting a nice burst there into the bear. We'll take a couple more bursts. And now we have a burst drone flying on out. And does get the roar off on this guy here. And this Imperial Warrior could go inside of the garrison, trying to run down that flak trooper. Now needs to gun down the flak trooper. Does get mutual trade there, which is actually favorable to the Soviet player. And the flak trooper will get gunned down there. And now that garrison's cleaned down out, though conscripts can always just use Molotovs, it's best to keep them outside the garrison with the Imperial Warriors. Though he wouldn't probably need to hop inside in order to prevent the bears from collapsing in on them. Two Imperial Warriors each. We got the oil derrick claimed. The Soviet one has already claimed his oil derrick. And now we have the bear just sort of camping in this area. Down south, we got the burst drone being oh so problematic, but getting gunned down a bit by the AK-47. And now we do have a sickle pushing its way forward, eyeing to help support these conscripts. Let's go forward, absorb some shots. Ooh, there's a tank buster in there. Multiple tank busters are now in there, which can make short work of the sickle. Sorry about that if I took a quick drink. We do have 4 conscripts here. One sickle, severely wounded. Up here we've got 2 bears, 1 conscript. Now, single jet tank was flying about, maybe eyeing for honorable discharge or perhaps just harassment here. We do have a single hammerhead tank, or hammer tank. No additional Rhine fighters for either player just yet. Garrison in here. And something was hit over here. We got a pair of jet tanks flying about there. Maybe a single flak trooper? No. Over here, tank bus came to high ground into the garrison. Is that far enough to reach that oil derrick? Yes, it is. Conscript trying to push his way forward, trying to throw some Molotovs into the garrison. Will that reach? Yes, it will. That's going to dodge it there. Very nice. And we're going to take time just to gun it down normally. The conscript could switch to his AK-47. Let's get inside the garrison there. Looks like a single Imperial Warrior is inside this garrison, which is stalling this advance. Conscript eyeing for some Molotovs, as well as a bonsai charge there. Let's get mutual trade there with a bear. We've got some jet tankers flying, charging on in, trying to get some good picks there on the conscripts. Conscripts do have multiple Molotovs. Bears lose up shots. He does not beat garrison. Does lose one of the tank hunters there, as the Molotovs are still raining on the garrison. And the tank busters have collapsed on, jumped down into their holes. He does get inside there, but will go ahead and get burned alive by the Molotovs, so we're continuously hitting that garrison. Let's get one of the conscripts there. That was the heroic one, I believe. Another bonsai charge in onto that conscript, but does get a trade there with the bear. We have some forces still inside this garrison. At least 1 tank buster. We saw ones in there as well. I think it's 3 tank busters. Could be just 2. More tank busters coming on board, but the bear is camping the barracks. And now we have the leech beam there. MCV could have reverse moved into the hammer tanks, but it decided not to. And this garrison does go in. The garrison bonsai charge trying to displace the conscripts. go inside and get back inside one of the garrisons. They're gonna get some good damage in. Does get a nice bullfrog there. We will go and quickly gun it down there with the Mecha Tengus. More tank busters pushing the way forward, and this Imperial Warrior does get roared. Bears receive quite a bit of fire there. Does go down. And good damage coming onto that hammer tank there. Bear and Collins go push the way forward. More and more wall segments being deployed on out. Will we see a Guardian Corps? I don't know why. It just screams like a Guardian Corps may come out. Desolator Trick comes forward and gets all those tank busters. That wiped out all the infantry right there. So the players start making some advance, trying to get some damage on in there, but walls have started interrupting the Imperial player. The Empire player. Let's get all the bears there. No, there's still one more. The tank busters do charge on forward. We do have the Chopper BX pushing some good damage in, but it does get gunned down by the Bullfrog. Getting some good damage there on the hammer tanks. The tank busters started to squeeze their way through. And now we've got some Terror Drones pushing their way forward. It does get inside the garrison. One of the Terror Drones do go down. Molotovs starting to rain on. And it looks like the Terror Drones did go down as tank busters are charging on. Or the Imperial Warriors are charging forward. Getting some great damage there. 3 chops there and all 4 chops. Up here, Hammer Tank and Bullfrog making advance, trying to eye to engage this Ore Collector. Maybe you'll steal the gun of the Ore Collector, but let's do a cash bounty on both the Ore Collector and the Hammer Tank. Once the Hammer Tank go down, it's pretty wounded. Maybe we'll get one more of the Jet Tengus. Almost gets taken out there by the Bullfrog. And starting to leech down the... what's it called? Reactor. I'm pretty sure you can still purchase on Steam. You can also purchase it through EA. Got the 3 bears and chops up the Imperial Warrior there. Hammer Tank does go down there. Very nice. A lot of veterancy on the Imperial Empire's forces. We could see some more Imperial Warriors coming out, but they would immediately get camped by the bears. And the Instant Dojo has gone down. Jet Tank is making their advance, getting some good damage on in. All the bears, nope, let's go. A couple more bears right there. Hammer Tanks are engaging, getting some good damage there onto the Mecha Tengu, and the bears do not get any more slices there. It does drop down there with the tank busters, but now there's some a twin blade air with a pair of MiGs, and these gals some Striker VXs and shoot up against them. Tank busters have buried onto the ground, trying to avoid additional fire, which is doing a good job of stalling out. Got another Dojo Core. He's going to send that away. Actually immediately deploying it. Instant generator will go down. And it looks like more walls being deployed on out. Not sure what all those walls are going and for what purpose at this point in time. There's a lot of walls everywhere. The Bullfrog does get crushed right there, and we do have the Chopper VX push his way forward, gains some good damage there onto these forces. Trying to go for Bullfrog, but the Bullfrog will take out the Chopper VX, and will be being finished off by the Mecha Tengus. The MiGs are flying about. Desolator Strike takes out that garrison as well. Oh, it looks like your message got blocked automatically because of the word shit. What is 11? Jit looks fire. Oh. It's available. It's a pretty old game from, what, 2008? 2007? It's a pretty old game. Oh, Hammer Tanks slowly trying to clean up these walls. We do have the civilian structure garrisoned by the Soviet player, but followed just by a conscript. The biggest problem I have with this game is probably the potential seizure potential. Massive Air Force trying to reclaim air superiority. There's still there's no bullfrogs in there. The bullfrog does get cleaned on up. All the MiGs go down, now leaving exposed all these hammer tanks, though he did sacrifice his MCV for that. But he will go ahead and pick off all these forces. Soviet player has expanded out to the sea and to the expansion over here, so the Soviet player has significantly higher income than his opponent, though he does miss the oil derrick, but still. 4 refineries to 2 refineries in the oil derrick. Better have the 4 refineries. Now he knows he's fighting against a massive air force. He just needs to pull out another airfield and get a whole bunch of MiGs. So the MiGs will have a bit of trouble there. Bullfrog hammer tank's probably the better option. He does have a couple of flak cannons, which are a good way to help ward away his opponent. He's building flak cannons everywhere. He knows he took out his opponent's MCV. There's actually a refinery over here, so there's 5 refineries. Flak trooper is inside the garrison, but ultimately a single flak trooper. Barracks does go down there, and the oil collector does go up armor right there. Conscripts trying to make their way forward, and they will get inside the garrison. Got a fresh MCV by the Empire player. He will need to get out some more refineries at this current rate. Elite veteran, 1 elite Mekatengu. I believe that's a refinery now. Yes. Oh, there's also a refinery over here. I'm not sure when that got deployed out. Plenty of resources. Still, the Soviet player has a lot more income. Looks like the bear managed to get a kill there, though there's no animations played. And looks like the bullfrog has thrown out a conscript, and it gets gunned down in the air. That's not a pilot, so you can't shoot down the paratroopers, the parachutes. I think I heard, yeah, we do have a final squadron coming on in. And does not get any damage right there. Conscripts and Pure War fighting it out, but of course Pure Wars will win that fight. More and more of these war settings are finally being cleaned on up. They're very holy. Chopper VX does find this garrison. It does find the flak cannon. The flak cannon is being built up as well. Cash bounty on this general region. And one vehicle there does get picked off by the Tesla coil. Flak cannon does get fully built. The construction guard will go down. Does get a cash bounty. There's a good cash bounty from that. Another refinery goes down as well. So both sides losing a lot of assets right now. Flak cannon appears to have been cancelled or destroyed, and the refinery and the harvester does go down as well. We do also have the super reactor being built. So that likely means it's also a crusher crane on the field. So losing MCV is not a fatal mistake, but just a big one. And the super reactor does go down right there. Soviet player is massing for a large force. We also got a single twin blade in the mix as well, and he has a lot of anti-aircraft. These air forces will not be engaged, but he does have 2 heroic chopper VXs which can go around and start sniping some structures. Got 3 tsunami tanks on defense, a handful of Imperial Warriors, not a whole lot. There's also looks like at least 1 tank buster in this garrison. And clear out this garrison would be useful. The bear's being gunned down. And there's no anti-aircraft in the region. He needs chopper VX or striker VXs in order to shoot up against the air. Hit a number of those units right there. And here comes and the final squad actually totally gets gunned down there. These forces are pushing way forward. Does have 1 infect there on the Mecha Tango, as the chopper VXs and the jet jet Tangus will go ahead and get out of there. This one, the MiGs, loses 1 of the chopper VXs and a number of the jet Tangus as well. Up north, we got a single terror drone right there. He's going to need to, once he gets built, immediately swap it to the guns to gun down that terror drone. Chopper VX does get cleaned up there by the jet Tangus and hammer tanks. Got 1 heroic hammer tank there, no extra gun, and a good amount of veterans here, the bullfrogs as well. Doesn't finish the ore collector just yet. Still just on 3 ore collector for the Empire. It does find the aerodrome right there, drops down, picks it off quickly. But it also means it'll be a slower response to engage this force, though the instant dojo and the ore there can pull them back for a moment. Let's hop inside these forces right there. Needs to make sure the tank busters stay in there, I would say. This opponent does not have a whole lot of conscripts. In fact, just 1 conscript to clear out that garrison, so tank busters in that garrison could be very, very useful. Let's hop outside the garrison now. We've got a massive force here as well. We'll go either way, but there's a lot more veterancy on the Empire side, I would say. Though it's still pretty even as well. Naval dockyard being deployed on out. We got another terror drone here. Looks like this ore collector still paused. And that gets the gun down once again. Bears are pushing the way forward. We'll find the garrison as we got the conscripts now parachuting over here. Perhaps trying to throw some Molotovs on the high ground. Let's go ahead and bandit the garrison out. And the conscripts will get cleaned up right there. The Bears do go ahead and get some trades there on the Imperial Warriors. The old derrick's now being cleaned on up, or maybe not. It is a standoffish game. Soviet players pushing in some more conscripts. Conscripts are a great way to bulk up your force and draw some fire. And that conscript did not get cleaned up there, and the MiG does get some shots in. The Lord there will go down. Try to take the opportunity to get some shots in. We've got the final squadron now coming on in, and Seto is trying to hit that horse there. A number of the chopper VX got destroyed there as well. Got a couple bolts, that's about it. That garrison starting to clean on up, also giving some help to the hammer tanks. Empire player is not in a great position. He has a good number of forces, but he still has less refineries than his opponent. 1, to be precise, but still that's 1 more. Plus, if given long enough time, the Soviet player gets, of course, the mass production upgrade, making his units even cheaper. Now we've got the satellites now ring on in. It's just the level 1 satellites, gets good damage there on the generator. And Desolator Strike will prevent retreat. Now takes a crime, use an Anaplex charge on in. And looks like an overall better trade there for the Soviet player. Walls trying to come on up, trying to stall his boat. Extra guns being picked up by the hammer tank. It does have some chopper VX getting some great kills there. Does sell off a bunch of those walls that start making advance trying to pursue his opponent. And some of these forces are getting hit by the Desolator Airstrike and slowly fades away. And that is a Oni. A King Oni has been pulling that out. That was something I'm not expecting. King Oni can smash through the front line of the Soviet player. Literally, the Bull Rush is a really, really powerful ability. Jet Tango's engaged with the MiGs, getting a great kills there. And now even leaving the Twin Blades exposed. Got some Chopper or Bullfrogs in the high ground. And Wave Force Artillery is important now. It doesn't have the anti-aircraft, getting some great damage on the Wave Force Artillery. It's much more vulnerable than the King Oni to the Twin Blade. May keep it around the front line, not getting repairs just yet. The Heroic tank does have a Tsunami tank gun, giving some extra rate of fire, or extra firepower. China does, of course, have this higher tech force. His opponent, no battle lab yet, just have a couple airfields, getting out some more MiGs for air superiority. As of right now, I don't think the Soviet player is in a good position. In order to prevent those MiGs and Bullfrogs being useful, just keep his forces landed and charge forward. The King Oni can do the charging for him, and he can take his time with the Wave Force Artillery. Now we've got the final Squadron X coming on forward. And does go ahead and get a nice dodge there. Wave Force Artillery engaged in observation post, was doing slow observations. Up north, we've got the MiGs and Twin Blades pushing the way forward. Not a whole lot of Twin Blades, but enough to pose a threat. Or keep this area secure, which you'll likely not. It's likely level 2 satellites now running on. It could be level 3. No, just level 1. And that is a Shogun battleship. There's too many. No, the MiGs will get some great damage in. Those do some good target interrupt, and the MiGs does get forced back, but he lost a lot of his jet Tengus. So a good number of MiGs went down as well. Two King Onis here, and he has enough force here. This force, he should be very aggressive with it, I would say. He's in a good position. Chopper VXs may rush in to get the Wave Force Artillery, but they will receive some massive retaliation damage from the Striker VXs. And the King Onis can charge forward and take out those Bullfrogs no problem. Tsunami tank here does, of course, draw some fire, and tells him where exactly his opponent is and where he's not at. And now there's a Yuriko here, the daughter of Yuri. Is that that is a vacuum satellite right there. I'm not sure why the flare was there. No, that's the Desolator Airstrike. So we got the vacuum satellite and the Desolator Airstrike. You hardly ever see the vacuum satellite. Shogun battleship has been spotted. Jet Tengus in response, but there's a good number of MiGs here. There's 5 MiGs with 5 Jet Tengus. That's going to be a good gauge before the MiGs. 6 MiGs now in the region. Shogun battleship does go down. He has a good ground army. Doesn't realize it, but needs to start pushing forward. Does take out the refinery there. And the observation post is under siege. With that, the Soviet player loses a lot of vision, and there's a massive dogfight right there. MiGs in pursuit, but the MiGs are getting some good splash damage there. Jet Tengus managed to quickly go around, get some good damage there. MiGs are being focused down one at a time. getting nice and close, interrupting the MiGs right there. Very, very good micro there. And all the MiGs go down. They're just twin blades. Not a whole lot of twin blades. Not a whole lot of jet Tengus. More defense drones have worn off in this army. Yuriko is only anti-aircraft in this region. They make sure she is nearby. Plus the jet Tengus take out another MiG there, as well as they lose one of their own. Wave Force artillery does go down. Yeah, keep this force together. Make a ground war. It looks like Yuriko is going to make her own way. She can handle all threats in front of her, except for a micro. She's able to do a bit of juggling as well. MCV, if she gets the impact, she grabs the impact up MCV, that's a dead MCV, but it does get in the range of Tesla coil, she's forced to fall back. Clock tower is in the region as well, so it won't be a clean engagement. And it makes you pick off some of those jet Tengus. Satellite's now raining on in. There's all the tier 1 abilities going from maximum fire support, the Soviet style, has tier 1 Desolate Airstrike, tier 1 satellites, and tier 1 vacuum satellite. Maximum support. And that is, the King only is too large for the level 1 satellite. Does bull rush this Tesla coil and does go ahead and make this area vulnerable to the ground army. Okay, is trying to get this level 3 mecha base, but not really focusing down all too well. There's no ore cooked on this one. This one's severely wounded, and this one is being rebuilt as well. This one is harvesting, so he does have income there. This one, of course, does deny. These guys are non-aggressive. Does get some damage there on the MCV now. Does have cash bounty on the MCV as well. Yuriko is out at sea. Does avoid a Desolate Airstrike. And uses the Tank Buster surprise and draws fire, but she will receive a lot of missiles there. Tesla coil will stay on up, and the rest of these guys will be gunned on down. But loses vision of the Tank Busters. Now getting some good damage there, and it will take out the refinery at the current rate. And now with the Final Swarm X, significant damage does take out the refinery as well. Does get cleaned, will be cleaned up by this elite Twin Blade as well. Over here, still got this ground army. Needs to be a bit more aggressive with the ground army, I would say. Because right now he's got King Oni out and he has not been using them. These heavy units have to be attacking. That's what their core purpose is. Now got a fully heroic. Does not get the infect there. Does not get the infect there. There's a lot of heroic units on these forces. Got the Soviet Air Force still flying about. It does have a pair of Emperor's Wrath walkers right there. Both of the King Otis now fully heroic. He's probably can use a bull rush charge there onto the Tesla tower. Get it quickly to finish off. He's just throwing infantry into the mix. The turret sentry gun does go ahead and take a kill there on one of the heroic tank busters as well. Got a number of air forces here. Twin blades are not being focused first. Now seeing quite a bit of fire there. Projecting he does get picked off there. Twin blades, two heroic twin blades here, but the Striker VX does get cleaned up as well. Look like a fresh Striker VX. There's the other King Onis, both King Onis here, and two tank busters. There's no anti-aircraft forces in this region, very mini-sub. And this region actually is cleaned up, needs to crush ore collector. And it looks like this refinery is depleted, so it does have an ore collector here. And now these chopper VXs has come back to respawn. We'll save his level 3 Mecha Bay Core. Maybe a good idea to pull out Dojo in order to get that repaired up with an engineer. Okay, the Soviet player has backed out of the game. This is Anna Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.